What's up, everybody in YouTube world? It's your girl AP. If this is your first time ever clicking on one of my videos, you are in for a treat. In general, I talk everything motherhood, lifestyle vlogs, and money management. But in this video, I wanted to give you some advice on how to build wealth. So if that is something that you are interested in, please stay tuned. Okay, so I wrote a complete list because I did not want to leave out anything. Now, the list is not in any particular order. I just wanted to share my thoughts. And of course, I want to hear your thoughts too. So in the comment section after you watch the entire video, comment in below some advice that you would give to others in order to help them build wealth. So let's jump right into the video. Now, the first thing you have to do is just start. There's always a beginning, okay? So you can't get to point B if you don't start with point A. So this is your encouragement video to just start. I know a lot of people, they may feel like they're not capable of doing this for whatever reason, because maybe they didn't learn about financial literacy when they were growing up. But there are so many resources out there for you to learn from. There's so many people that you can learn from. And also, if you're not following me on my Instagram, you're going to want to check that out, because I do post behind the scenes stories of my everyday life. And I just want to show you from a single parent point of view that if I can make it, I want to encourage you that you can make it as well. So in 2022, we are just going to start. Now, what does just start look like? Whatever it looks like for you, whatever your definition of just starting looks like, I just want you to start. I want you to feel encouraged. I want you to be excited about just starting. We are not even thinking about all the things that we didn't have, what did not go right in our past. We are starting on today. So hey, from me to you, just start. I got your back. I'm here to encourage you. So let's get this going. All right, next, something that I want you to start incorporating into your daily mindset is have an abundant mind. Like, think abundance at all time. We are not thinking lack in 2022 and beyond. I don't care how you grew up. That's in the past. We are making different choices now, and we are setting ourselves up for success in our future. So like I just said, start where you are, but also change your mindset. Get in crowds that are going to cause you to think outside of what you've already been thinking about. Get to know people that are already doing what you're trying to do or achieving what you're trying to achieve. It wasn't until 2017 when I personally went to financial university, and I saw that people were actually like living debt free. I had never seen that before. My thought pattern was debt is normal, but when I saw people on the video, and even my the person that was at our table, him and his wife were living a debt-free life. And I'm like, God, if you have that for them, I know that you can have it for me too. So it starts in your mind, because we know the mind is the battlefield. So if you can convince yourself and reassure yourself, of course it starts with faith too. You have to apply your faith daily regarding this, but you have to change your thought pattern. Don't think lack, think abundance. So who's with me? Let's change our mind to thinking abundance and stop living in a poverty mindset. So my Instagram, Purposeful Budgeting, I talk everything budgeting. So I want to encourage you, if you have not already done this, to create a budget. Now, I know life is like crazy right now, and prices are for everything is just going up, 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 up. So of course, once you create a budget, you may have to revamp it, and that is okay. But at least you have a foundation. You have something that you can start with. So you have to track your expenses daily. That is one way to begin creating a budget. Where are you spending your money? You have to track your cash expenses, your debit cards, and your credit card expenses to know exactly where your money is. Remember, we have to create a realistic budget. So many people want to downplay the numbers, and then they overextend themselves and they overspend, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm blowing my budget. But if you write down your numbers and give yourself some leeway, give yourself, a $50 here and there leeway regarding the different categories in your budget, that way you'll know how to tweak it here and there as we go forth. But you got a foundation and you are rocking it. You know which expenses come out every month. Track your expenses, stay on top of your due date for your bills. And even with your budget, it will help you to pay down debt, because we don't do debt. We are living a life of no debt. And if you're still living in debt, hey, I want to encourage you, we're going to get out of debt. It takes time, and that is okay. I just want you to be encouraged and take it one step at a time, but just start. Now that we've created a budget, we have to make sure that we are not overspending. We can't spend more than what we are bringing in. We have to look at our numbers and tweak things accordingly, but we want to live on less than what we are making. And because we're living on less, that gives us more money to save and to invest. That sounds great, right? So that is where I am right now. I want to not spend all of the money that I bring in every 2 weeks, and with that extra money, I want to send it toward savings. I want to send it toward investing so that my financial future is brighter. We must realize our wants versus our needs, y'all. I have like March, I realized that I had a problem. Like, I knew I had a spending problem regarding gadgets. Like, everybody has something. Like, some people love to like shop and buy clothes and their shoes. Mine is gadgets. And if you saw my previous video when I bought myself for my birthday, like, I really love what I bought myself, but I was like, Adrienne, you got a problem. You have a gadgets problem. And so, yeah, I need to pull that back because I do have several gadgets. Don't judge me, y'all. I do have several gadgets that I don't even use. At the time, seriously, I thought that I really needed them, but I don't. And so I have to pull back on my spending. I need to get off Amazon and just stay focused. And so I want to encourage you, know the difference between your needs and your wants. Of course, your needs are your basic, your home, your mortgage or your rent. You have a vehicle and you have a car note, that's a need that you need to pay, or groceries, gas, stuff like that. But wants, and I'm not knocking you wanting what you want, but do it, don't spend all your money on your wants, because a lot of wants are just in that moment. On my Instagram, I talk about my no spend days, and with my no spend days, it gives me time to think about, is that something that I really want? Because I try not to spend money every day. My goal every month is to have more no spend days than spend days. So you need to check out that on my Instagram. But with my no spend days, if it gives me more time to think about it, when I do think about it, I'm like, do I really want this? Because it helps you with impulse spending too. So that's another way to build wealth, is that you're not impulse spending. That's Adrienne. I raised my hand. Don't judge me. I will get on Amazon, which I need to take my card off, and hit buy and impulse spend. So let's not try to impulse spend in 2022. Recognize our needs and our wants. And even if it is something that you want, hey, let's do a sinking fund for it. Let's save toward whatever it is that you want, because I am a true believer in, having what you want. We get one life, and you can't just be save, invest, and not live. So let's just, prioritize our needs and, really pray over our wants if that's something that is going to enrich our lives in the future. But let's distinguish the two. Gotcha? All right. I wish I invested more when I was younger. So I did invest, and there was a time that I had to pull the money out of my 401k, but now I am playing catch up. I am investing currently 20% of my salary into my 401k, and I also invest in other things. Now, if you can invest whatever amount it is that you can invest, I want to encourage you to do so. Start small, but start, okay? Even if you can do $10 to $15 per paycheck, start, because that compound interest, oh my gosh, it's like a blessing. So start where you are, start investing, and make sure you automate it. Like, if you have to literally go in and transfer the money, the chances are you may forget, things come up. I know I have like scatterbrain at times. I actually have money that I need to transfer, like literally right now as I'm making this video, into my brokerage account, which I haven't done, but I need to do it. So thanks for the reminder as I'm talking to you that I need to transfer that. But my 401k, for the most part, and I have single stocks, those are automatically transferred or invested. The money is invested. I don't have to really deal with those. So invest and automate it. Even automate your savings. Like, don't take the time to push, transfer. Make sure that when you get paid, that you have it set up in your bank account, that those funds go directly into your savings account so that you can save more. And if you don't have an online savings account, I want to encourage you to do that, because you will get more interest from an online savings account as opposed to, your local bank that you bank with. A lot of people don't talk about this, but you need to be vigilant regarding your health. Like, health care cost, it's a lot. But if you can maintain your health and stay healthy and strong, then the cost for that medical expenses will go down. I am very grateful. I am not on any medications. I take my vitamins daily. I do need to exercise more. I do need to drink water more. There's always something that we could be doing. But, you know, take your health seriously. A lot of people I see, they have high blood pressure and they see the numbers and they're just like, whatever. I'm like, no, not whatever, because your health is important. If your health deteriorates, then it's not going to help you in the long run. You're going to try to save and you're going to put money away for, you know, your future, but then you're going to be paying for medical costs. Who wants to do that? So let's focus on eliminating those medical costs by maintaining our health. Let's stay healthy and strong as much as possible. Do whatever it is, you know, that you need to do to stay on that healthy journey. You know, for me currently, I am trying to like I don't really want to label myself, but let's do like a vegetarian remix vegan, you know. So I've already cut out red meat. I've already cut out pork. This will be the last month for seafood. And I've tried some different vegan meals and they have, y'all, like if you're by Burger King, if you have one in your area and they have that Impossible Burger, like I was really skeptical. But y'all, it's so good. Like it tastes just like a Whopper. How is that possible? But it's really good. So that's one thing that I am doing to stay healthy. And of course I need to increase my exercising and my water intake as well. And I'm also growing a garden, so you got to stay tuned for that and check that out, because I'll be talking more about that. But yes, let's take our health very seriously. Another thing we have to focus on is paying off debt. In 2017, I went through Financial Peace University, and that's when I learned that, you know, debt is not normal. I thought having debt was normal. I thought having a car note was normal. I thought having a mortgage payment was normal. But then I go and I meet these people and they don't have these things. And I'm like, oh, that's not normal. Like, you can have these things without having to pay a monthly bill for them. I'm like, wow, I want that kind of lifestyle. So I made up in my mind that if it can happen for them, it can happen for me as well. But I had to be diligent regarding my finances. I couldn't just spend like I was balling. I had to make sure I paid attention to what was coming in and what was going out. And it all started with a budget, and it all started with me changing my mindset as well. You know, you can have the fanciest planner and do all of that. You can have the fanciest calculator, but if you don't start it in your mind and tell yourself that this is a different lifestyle that I want to live, it's null and void. So for me, 2017, I saw that they were living a life that was debt free, and I was like, I can do that too. So I cut up my credit cards and I started paying off debt, and I was able to pay off student loans, go on vacations with cash. I mean, life has been just amazing, and that's why I want to encourage you to do it as well, because I didn't think I can do it. And like, I'm a person that you're seeing through the screen, and many of you know me personally, so you know my journey. And if I can do it, you can do it too. So stay encouraged, just pay off debt. And yes, it takes time. Don't look at what everybody else is doing. Focus on your journey, and you know, over time, you'll be able to pay all that debt off, and you'll be like, yes, AP told me. Yes, I'm like, let's celebrate together. You got this. Now, once you've created a realistic budget, you have to make sure that you put in in your budget a category that says emergency fund. Now, for me, I've been saving, you know, toward an emergency fund, and it helps because things happen, life happens. But because I have an emergency fund, it takes away some of that blow from life happening. So yes, life is going to happen. Things are going to break down. I cannot take that away from life. Life is just going to life. But when you have an emergency fund, whatever it is, 1 month, 3 to 6 months, whatever it is that fits your situation, have an emergency fund, because stuff is going to happen, and you don't want to have to like take out a loan or try to depend on somebody else to help you to pay that off. You already have the money. So put away a little bit at a time per paycheck towards your emergency fund. And also remember to always pay yourself first. That definition can look like whatever it is that you want it to look like. I know some people say like 10%. Some people can't afford 10% of their pay to, you know, put away. But whatever that number is, I want to encourage you to pay yourself first. And that is going towards savings, going towards your emergency fund, going toward investments. Always think about you, in the long run. how is this going to affect me? Because life is going to happen and you have to be aware of that. It's like we can have beautiful days, but then it's going to rain some days, and it happens. You're going to have sunny days, you're going to have rainy days. You need to prepare for the rainy day. That is why I want to encourage you to pay yourself first, have an emergency fund, whatever that number looks like for you, so that you can have a cushion when life happens. Let's stop lending out money to people. Like, if you don't have it, like, no, it's like a complete sentence. So you don't have to like give an explanation if someone says, you know, oh, I see you saving, I see you doing this, you must have money, can I borrow this? No, because nowhere in my budget do I have a line that says lend you money, and I'm okay with that. Like, and it's okay if you don't have the money to lend, because you're on your own personal financial journey. And I know you feel bad, you want to help people, but if it's going to put you in a bind because you've lent that money, then don't do it. Now, if you do have the extra money and you know that this person is not going to be able to pay you back and it's not going to hurt your budget, then freely give it. You know, give it from your heart so that you can help that person. Don't turn into a bank that person continuously comes back to you asking for money. But, you know, if it's not going to hurt you, you know, bless somebody else. But if it's not in your budget and you're already trying to pay off debt and get ahead yourself, then you have, I know it sounds selfish, but you have to look out for you, because at the end of the day, you only have you. You know, there's not a lot of people that can depend on a lot of people to help them. So you have to, you know, look out for yourself, have your own back. Unfortunately, if you don't have it, you just don't have it, and that's okay, and they should be okay with that. We got to stop eating out as much as we do. Like, I don't know where you are, but where I am, like, going out to eat costs a lot of money. On the weekend, sometimes I have a lot of things I need to do with the boys when I have them, and I would go to Burger King, I would go to Chick-fil-A or something real quick, and my real quick turned into $30 quick, like really easily. So eating out, if I did that every single day, I would have no money. Thus, I made a chart for the entire month of, I did it in February and here also in April. I wrote out everything I'm going to cook for the entire month. Yes, I meal planned the entire month, and that has helped me tremendously, because it also helps me to stay focused on the different things I need to buy from the grocery store. It helps my budget so I'm not overspending. So if you've never tried that, I want to encourage you to do that. Check me out on my Instagram. I showed my monthly meal plan. February, April, and March, I was living my best life, y'all. Y'all saw that. But I had to get back on track because I was spending too much money in March. But in April, I've done, we're like midway through April, and I've meal planned the entire month, and I want to continue to do that because it helps me to save money. Also, the boys already know what's for dinner because they just look and they can see what I have planned for dinner, because eating out costs way too much. Like, going grocery shopping costs way too much money, but eating out costs extremely a lot of money. So if you can, let's try to meal plan and not eat out as much as possible. All right, a few more things I want to encourage you to do. A little advice to help you build wealth. If you can bring in more income into your household, I want to encourage you to do that. Last year I did work at Candytopia a few months, and that helped to bring in a little bit more income. Of course, it's not as nearly as much I will make at my full-time job, but it was still something, because I can't do Uber and all those other different things, and I know a lot of people can do that, and that is really awesome that you have that ability to do that. So if you can bring in more income, but that doesn't mean spend more money. If you bring in more income, let's put that toward, you know, our future, our savings, you know, toward like investments or anything like that. Help, even you can use whatever extra income you have to pay down debt. So let's knock that out as quickly as possible, because that interest on debt, on credit card debt, on student loan debt, on any kind of loans that you've taken out, it is going to rob you of your future. So let's pay off those debts. Work, you know, if you can, any extra hours, sell whatever it is that you can sell that you're not using. You can have a garage sale. You can take used things to thrift stores and resale stores and sell those. Let's bring in some extra money. I have a video on that. You can check that out. We are going to rock in 2022. We got a different mindset, y'all. And we are not going to live the life that we used to live. We are going to think forward. We're going to think financially, like, oh my gosh, like, I can do this. I have Adrian here to encourage me, and yes, you do. I am here to encourage you. Lastly, something I want to work on is real estate. I wanted it to start this in April, the second quarter, but things happen, and I just will feel like I don't have enough time to focus on that right now. But real estate is another thing that you can do to help like your financial future, because the market out here is just popping, y'all. And then in the houses, they are going, like, they're selling for above and beyond what they actually cost, so you can make tons of money on that. And I don't think the classes take that long to go through, so you can get your license. And I mean, that's just something else that you can do to bring in more money. Sell some homes, rent out a home, flip a home, whatever you need to do. But when I start that journey, of course, I will share that with you. But I'm excited, y'all. We are going to build wealth. We are going to start where we are. And we're not going to be blindsided by what other people are doing. We're going to focus on our journey, and we're going to do it a little bit at a time. Go as fast as you want, actually. Hey, don't let me stop you. But I just want you to get started. Put one foot in front of the other. Be encouraged. You got this. This is your journey. And even if you can save your $5, remember, we're doing challenges, money saving challenges. Even if you can start with saving your coins, that's something. Even if you can start with saving your $5 bills, that's awesome. But start somewhere. It's okay that we didn't learn everything we needed to learn regarding our finances as we were growing up. We're learning now, okay? We're improving now. Who's excited? I'm excited. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next one, I want you to be encouraged. I want you to stay blessed. I want you to save. I want you to invest. And I also want you to like this video and make sure you share it with somebody else that may need this encouragement. Well, until the next video, you take care, you stay blessed, and I will see you later. Bye.